Welcome everybody to the first proper episode of Jules Chats. This is going to be another sort of introduction, but an introduction more about me. If you don't know me, or if you're new to the channel, I just wanted to tell a bit about myself and mountain biking related. We can get into all the mind stuff and the family stuff and the mindset and goals and all that sort of shit after, but this is more mountain biking. So I'm 45, getting on a bit. I've had a real tough paper route, some say, but anyway, 45. So I'll take you back to my 30s. When I turned 30, I gave up smoking. I'd smoked for 15 years, from the age of 15 to 30. And I'd given up basically due to cost. It was, long story, but I couldn't get my head around the price. And now I'm glad I don't smoke, because the price is phenomenal. So in that first year of not smoking, obviously it was a food suppressant, cigarettes for me, so I wasn't eating. I'd rather starve and have cigarettes. So when I stopped having cigarettes, then I'd just be eating shit and started packing on the beef, and I got up to say 95 kilos. And the way that my family dynamic worked early on in the piece, with having two small kids, my wife and I worked days, so my job was a secure standard 7 till 3 day, and then my wife worked at night, whether it be office cleaning or whatever shit she did, call center. So it'd be a tag team. I'd get home at 3:30, tag team, might have a quick meal with her, and then she'd go to work from 5 till 10 or something like that. So I'd be home with the boys at night. And this particular night I was watching Biggest Loser, of all things, and one of the trainers said about exercise, a lot of people have the excuse for exercises, I don't have the time for exercise. And this trainer turns around and says, no one has the time for exercise, you got to make time. And in my head that just clicked something. So when my wife came home at 9:30 from work, I was stood at the door with the closest thing I could get to activewear and a pair of Pumas, and I said, I'm going for a run. And I went for probably a 300 or 400 meter run. Nearly killed me, but I then got into running, and I got actually obsessed with it. I was running every day, 5Ks a day, and then on the weekends I was running 10Ks every Saturday, every Sunday, and I dropped 25 kilos. I went down to 70 kilos. Now I've seen pictures of myself of that, and I look ill. It wasn't healthy. It wasn't a healthy weight drop. It was just to starve yourself and put more exercise more than fuel myself. It wasn't a healthy way to go, but anyway, it is what it is. So I ran for 3 years. I did a couple of 10k bridge to Brisbane's and all that sort of shit, and then I just got sick of it. It got to the point where I didn't want to go for a run while I was running. I didn't like fucking running, but when I finished the run, I felt fucking brilliant. So that's not ideal. So I just got the shits with it. And then I got into the gym because I lost so much weight and I was skinny. I actually burnt off a whole lot of muscle. So I went to the gym and rebuilt that muscle, and then I ended up putting 10 kilos back on the muscle. And then I decided to totally give away running, and because I wasn't doing leg day because I was running. So So yeah, I remember doing my last bridge to Brisbane and going, fuck that, I'm not running anymore, I'm over it. I did get, the furthest I ever ran was probably 15 Ks on a weekend or something like that. I probably could have done a half, and if I had a knuckle down I might have been able to do a full marathon, but I wasn't that keen on it. By the end of it I just killed myself doing it. So I thought, I had mates from school back in the day, they went mountain biking, so I rung up one of those, my mates, and I'm like, show me what this mountain biking thing is about. And I went on Marketplace or Gumtree and I bought a $50, it was a GT, brand was GT, so I was stoked. I was really chuffed that I had a GT brand bike. I'd never had a name brand bike, but from the area that I got it in Brisbane, it was 100% stolen, 100%. It was hot, so that's why I only got paid $50 for it. Yada yada yada. Went out for a ride with my mate and we went into Daisy, and I saw the single track and I'm like, what's going on in there? And he goes, oh, don't worry about that, we'll just stick to the fire trails. And I enjoyed it. I'm like, yeah, this is cool, this is something I can get into, and the bush was cool. And then a couple of weeks later I went back into Daisy and I went, fuck this, I'm going to go on those single trails on my own. And I rode down and I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool, this is different, but yeah, very cool. And I remember pedaling up a fire road and my chain snapped on this $50 bike, and I'm like, oh, you motherfucker. So I had to do the walk of shame for 3 or 4 Ks. I was over the other side. Well, not really over the other side of Daisy, but I was fucking a long way from the car. Pushed the thing out. Oh, obviously ride it down hills, push it up the hills. Then I went home and the lovely wife said, oh, if you're gonna, I think mountain biking might be a good thing, go out and buy one. So then I went to 99 Bikes, did a bit of research, and I only got a hardtail at that stage, and the guy, I had $800 or something, $800 to spend, and he put me on this Merida 700 something. It was a 27.5 and it was in the price bracket, but it was fluoro orange. The frame was fluoro orange, and I'm like, I can't do it. I physically, still to this day, I can't ride anything. I don't particularly enjoy riding anything other than a black or a grey bike. It's just something that I don't do. I couldn't bring myself to ride in this thing, and I don't know, it obviously insecurities. So I said, I can't fucking ride an orange bike. And like I slept on it and I'm like, maybe I could, and I'm like, I can't fucking do it. So I went back there the following day, and our mate goes, at 99 Bikes, says, you've got an extra $100, this is a far better bike, this is a bigger step up bike for $900, and it was black. And it had an air forks, where the other ones just had spring. So he goes, you're getting a lot better spec components. At this time I didn't know any of that, didn't know anything about anything, so all I knew, he goes, oh, you got air shocks, you'll fucking love this, rah rah. So I'm like, okay, paid extra, I got $900 and I got this Merida Big 9. Oh, should I go here? This isn't where I go. No, this isn't where I go. So I got it, yeah, Merida Big 9. I don't know what it was, but it had hardtail, it had rock shocks, forks. It did have, I don't even know what. Oh, it did have, yeah, I don't even know what brakes and shit it had on it, but. So I rode that, and then I started watching a few YouTube clips, and everyone was talking about clips, like clipless. So I'm like, fuck, I gotta go clipless. So I bought clips, clipless, shoes, pedals, and this is where we go. And I'd go in there. No, it's not where we fucking go, but anyway. I put clips on, put my seat up high, and I just pedal. I just go full XE mode. There was no dropper post or anything like that, so Miko ended up getting a bike as well, and he had clips. And yeah, that's how we rode. And I still had a lot of stacks with the clips, and then I watched a BMX channel, Harry Main, his name is. He just started out mountain biking, just wanted to change from BMX, and he started out mountain biking. Bought his first bike off Matt Jones, which is cool. And I watched him do a video, and it was just a little how-to on. He said number one thing, in his opinion, he said you gotta fuck off the clips, and you just drop your seat. He said you got tough out the climbs, or if you really need to, you can lift your seat, but flat pedals gives you the option to put your foot out, and dropping your seat gives you the option to move the bike left to right. Well, that day I did that. Mountain biking changed for me. I'm like, this is fucking how we do it. This is, so ironically, a pro BMXer told me the fundamental basics on very, very, very basics, and that's when I started enjoying it. I was pedaling hard, I was trying to jump, I was leaning in the corners, I was just going a lot harder, still on my XC hardtail. So anyway, we're going to pause it here for a second. I've just pulled up, I'm going for a ride now. I'll see you when I come back. So that's only been not even a second for you, but it's been 2.5 hours for me. No, 2 hours. Great ride. Didn't ride brilliant, but oh, seatbelt cheers. Okay. So, where was I? Harry Main. Watching Harry Main, after I'd got my XE bike, watching Harry Main, he said, drop your seat and use flat pedals. From then on, my confidence grew like no one else's business. It was incredible. And I actually outrode the XE bike. I rode it so hard I couldn't ride it. I needed to go to a dual suspension. So I remember sitting at the top of the 5 ways at Daisy Hill with my mate Miko. We're both on our hardtails, and like we see dual suspensions rock up, and we're like, oh, fuck, it's a lot of money for a push bike. But yeah, I got to this stage where I couldn't go any further. So timelines, I don't know timelines, but my first dual suspension was a Giant Trans 2019, but I bought it in 2020. So that's really when my mountain biking started, because yeah, up until then it's all just pedaling up hills and not really doing anything. So getting on the dual suspension was incredible. Dropper post, best thing ever invented by far in the mountain biking. Most revolutionary, I reckon, behind e-bikes. well, e-bikes a close second, but the dropper post was phenomenal. So yeah, I rode that for, well, my e-bike's at 2022, so I rode that for 3 years. I rode it to death, and people, yeah, I was crashing, sending it, still had flat pedals, dropped the seat, and yeah, that just opened my world up to shuttle riding, and then fast forward 3 years, I'm hitting stuff, I've crashed, I've yada yada yada. I remember being at the Five Ways again with Miko. We've both got dual suspension, both got dual giant trances, and we see e-bike, someone ride in with an e-bike, and we're like, oh, it's fucking cheating. It's thrown out there as cheating. And this was back when e-bikes were like normal mountain bikes, but they had the battery pack onto it, stuck onto it, so it looked a bit willy. And I remember saying, yeah, it's cheating, it's cheating, rah, rah, rah. So, and then I'm exactly the same conversation, fuck, it's a lot of coin, a lot of money to spend on a push bike, then you're gonna pedal. So, I start watching back, ironically, Harry Main, the BMX rider. He'd bought an e-bike, copped a lot of shit for it, but he bought an e-bike, and then he did one video explaining the reason for an e-bike, and he said all it is a tool to get you back to the top quicker. So you can ride straight to the, going down is what we all love, obviously. Some madmen like the climbing, but predominantly most people like going downhill. So the e-bike allows you to get up quicker, easier and quicker to go downhill more. So from then on, once again, Harry Main, pro BMX rider. And then in my head it just fucking clicked. I went, he's got a point there. So then 2022, which was the start of 2023, because mine was an older, at the end of 2022, I bought my Norco range. The last one before it changed to Bosch motor and high pivot cranks, but yeah, and it was a lot of money, but I got it for a good price, and I will never ever go back to analog. No way. I've actually never ridden an analog since having it. So yeah, the e-bike has given me the tool to go back up the hill, but it's also given me a lot more. I got a bigger travel. So my analog bike was a trail bike, so I'd had 150, 140, and my 150 mil travel at the front, 140 at the back, and my Norco has 180 at the front, 170 at the back. And just that extra 20 or 30 mil is confidence fucking boosting like no one else's business. I've sent more shit off on this big thing than I'll ever will. Obviously not of late. Testicles have sucked back up for some unknown reason. I can't, coming back from this injury 6 months ago, for fuck's sake, is proven to be a lot more harder than it was, but I've just got to get bike time. So yeah, that's how I can't give you the time on when I started, like when I first bought the stolen bike, but I definitely know the transfers of 2019, and I know this Norco is 2022. So I should be with that amount of ride. I don't ride as much as I should. That's my main problem. But if I rode solid for however 6-7 years or whatever, I should be a hell of a lot better rider than I am. But life gets in the way, family. Life doesn't get in the way, life just happens. Family, work, yada yada yada. So riding is the first thing that gets put aside. But yeah, so that's little introduction as to who I am. Over the next episodes of Jules Chats, there'll be hopefully I'll open more into my mind, into what goes through my head. That's what I want to do. I want to find out what make people tick, and what scares people from doing gap jumps, and that's the whole reason behind this this Jules Chats thing. I want to voice it, therefore get interaction via the comments, and also I want to have guests so I can talk to them and ask them and go back and forth. So anyway, if you stuck around till now, thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's all on my YouTube channel anyway. It's all done through my YouTube. So if you're not subscribed, subscribe. Put a comment. Tell me how long you've been riding, what you ride. And until next time, I'll see ya. Jules out.